Hey everyone, it's Sunday, so it's time for story time. I'm at home doing it because I had a really busy day and couldn't make it to the store. And I know what you're saying, I should probably pre-shoot all these things and have it ready. But if you know the history of my videos, I do everything on the fly and kind of on the spot and don't really plan ahead for them. I like doing them live. It's more fun. It's more real. I'm not into reality TV stuff. So, as you can see, I got a very big special guest with me today. This here, hi buddy, this is Sebastian. Now Sebastian is a full-grown Savanna monitor. And Sebastian is the newest addition to my household because he was abandoned by his previous owner. So some people don't realize how big monitor lizards can get or how much attention they need. They're very, very smart. They're a lot like a dog. So you have to work with them a lot so they can trust you and so you can train them. And also make it so they're not a possible dangerous lizard. He may look like kind of a cuddle bug right now, but if he wanted to, he could possibly hurt me. But he's used to me, or he's at least getting more used to me, and doesn't seem to mind me holding him up, but he does get a little frazzled. So Savanna monitors are what we consider like a medium to large size monitor. These ones come from Africa. They get their name Savanna monitor because they live in the African savannas. So that means they kind of like grassland type areas. Where it can get up to 120 or even 130 degrees during the daytime, but it can also drop down like into the 50s at night. So they like a really, really high temperature and obviously lots of sunlight. When they get really active, they love going out hunting insects. That's one of their main food sources, along with like earthworms and other invertebrates. But they also love eggs, and if they can get their mouths on them, birds. They have very, very thick tails, which they can use as a weapon. So when he gets really, really wound up, he can whip that like a club and hit me with it. But you can see he also has really, really long, sharp nails. Those nails help him to dig because these guys love making burrows. They don't really have to use them as a weapon, but they could. But it also helps them to tear up food items if they do happen to catch something that's big and needs to be kind of cut up a little bit. He's sticking out his tongue a lot. That's how he smells. So just like when we've discussed snakes and then also some other lizards that we've had on our channel before, it's a forked tongue that flicks out and it picks up different chemicals in the air, and those chemicals are what help him smell. Because he's got part of his brain called a Jacobson's organ, and it interprets those smells and lets him know exactly what it is he's smelling. Right, buddy? Now what I'm doing, I wouldn't recommend at home. You have to build up a relationship with this type of lizard. They have to trust you, they have to know you, and understand that they're not in danger at any given moment when you're handling them. So usually we kind of keep them away from our faces and have a certain grip to hold them to keep their claws and their neck at bay. But Sebastian's used to me. He's smart enough, he understands that we rescued him and we got him into a good situation. I feed him lots of treats every day, and then he gets lots of pets every day too to let him know that, hey, I'm not a predator, I'm just here to help him out. So, it's getting close to Christmas, so we're going to have some themed books. I am reading, oh, your claw's stuck, buddy. Long claws get stuck on stuff. We're going to read Imogene's Antlers by David Small. So, I hope you're ready, Sebastian. And in case you're wondering, I got his name because of Sebastian Stan, who plays the Winter Soldier in the Marvel Universe, who happens to be one of my favorite comic book characters and one of my favorite movie characters. So Sebastian's full name, because he's a Varanus, is Sebastian Varanus Stan. So he has his own Instagram channel now too, Sebastian the Sav, so you can look him up. On Thursday, when Imogene woke up, she found she had grown antlers. Getting dressed was difficult, and going through a door now took some thinking. Imogene started down for breakfast, but got hung up. Oh, Imogene's mother fainted away. The doctor poked and prodded and scratched his chin. He could find nothing wrong. The school principal glared at Imogene, but had no advice to offer. Her brother, Norman, consulted the encyclopedia and then announced that Imogene had turned into a rare form of miniature elk. Imogene's mother fainted again and was carried upstairs to bed. Having to hold you with one arm is making turning the pages a little difficult, buddy. Imogene went into the kitchen. Lucy, the kitchen maid, had her sit by the oven to dry some towels. Lovely antlers, said Lucy. The cook, Mrs. Perkins, gave Imogene a donut, then decked her out with several more and sent her into the garden to feed the birds. You'll be lots of fun to decorate come Christmas, said Mrs. Perkins. Later, Imogene wandered upstairs. She found the whole family in Mother's bedroom. Donuts, anyone? She asked. Her mother said, Imogene, we have decided there's only one thing to do. We must hide your antlers under a hat. Norman telephoned the milliner. At 3 o'clock, the milliner arrived. Rapidly, he sketched a few designs, then set to work. Voila, said the milliner. Bravo, bravissimo, cried his assistants. Thud. Imogene's mother had to be carried away once more. You're getting heavy, buddy. You're getting heavy. Imogene sighed. Oh, sorry, skip the page. After dinner, Imogene practiced her piano lesson. Then, yawning, she folded her music, kissed the family, and went to bed. Imogene sighed, remembering the long, eventful day. On Friday, when Imogene woke up, the antlers had disappeared. When she came down to breakfast, the family was overjoyed to see her back to normal. Until she came into the room. So, that was a really fun story that I think is about the changes that we all go through. You're going to have all kinds of different things happen to you throughout your life, especially depending on what age you are. And you'll see different changes that they shock some people. But just know that any of those changes are normal, that you are still you, and you're still the best version of yourself, and you can be however you want to be. As long as you're not hurting other people, then you just live the life the way you want to be. Just like the way Sebastian is living his best life. Yeah, you are, because you're such a good monitor. You want a close up? Can you see yourself? See how handsome you are, Sebastian Vaniston? Yeah. So, I hope you enjoyed learning about Savanna monitors, and I hope you enjoyed our book. So we'll see you next week. Right, buddy? All right.